All right, and we are live. Welcome back po sa Gurong Pinoy. Of course, we'd like to greet each and everyone a pleasant evening, no? Magandang gabi po dyan sa inyong lahat sa Pilipinas. You might be in other parts of the world, so wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening po. Of course, we'd like to welcome our newbies, no? Sa mga kakatune in pa lamang, ngayon pa lamang naka-join sa atin sa live stream. Welcome po. Tuloy po kayo na, of course, we hope that you have a good time learning with us tonight. Sa ating mga veterano, sa ating mga Team Thunders, welcome back of course. And especially sa mga members ng ating Team Piaget. Again, if you are still not a member of Team Piaget, there's a lot of benefits of becoming a member of Team Piaget. Unang-una, you can answer our quizzes. The quizzes items are those items that we discuss during our live stream discussion. You can watch the full-length video. You can download the PowerPoint presentation that I'm using, so there's no need for you to take screenshots of our video. There's no need for you to take down notes. There's free pre-board, there's free final coaching. And again, our membership for Team Piaget is good until September of 2022. Now, if you are still not a member, if you have friends, you have classmates who'd like to also join us, to become members of Team Piaget, we still have our Barcada promo. Again, this is only until the end of this month. So if you are a group of 3, there's 1 member who's going to be free. If you are a group of 5, there's 2 members free. And if you are a group of 10, there's 5 members free. So again, please become a member of Team Piaget so that you can easily download all the materials that we have. You can join us. You can join us until September of 2022. Pero yung ating pong promo is only until January 31. Okay? Now, tonight's discussion is going to focus on professional education. This is going to complete the pre-board discussion as part of the final coaching of Team Piaget. These are items 76 until 100 of our professional education. But before that, of course, let's all start with our opening prayer. We thank you for this new day, Lord. Help us to embrace all that it may hold for us, to hear the bird song and have new melodies in our hearts, to see the sunrise and create beauty with our hands, to touch the leaves that grow afresh and allow your love to touch our hearts, to smell the fragrance of the flowers and breathe in the wonder of your creation, to dwell on the beauty of our world and study and fathom your miracles, to enjoy the conversations we have and the lessons we go to. May we drink in all the goodness you have for us. Amen. All right, so once again, as I've mentioned, tonight's discussion is going to be professional education item 76 until 100. So that's 25 items to complete the pre-board discussion as part of the final coaching of our Team Piaget, especially those who will be taking their LET next Sunday. Okay, so next Sunday na po yung kanilang LET. If you are ready to join us, you are ready to start, please do like this video, share this video, of course, tag your friends, and start a watch party. Napaka-importante po na i-share nyo yung ating video, no, para mas marami pa po tayong estudyante na matulungan maipasa yung LET nila. You can also support us by sending stars while watching us live on Facebook and by sending us your super chat, super stickers on YouTube. Okay? Ma'am Rhea Torrecampo, yes, kita ka po. All right, good evening po. Again, please do like this video, share this video, start a watch party, and invite your friends. Okay, tag your friends. Mm-hmm. All right. Paki-like na po and tag our video, start a watch party. Okay, let us all start with question number 76. Okay, again, this is for Prof. Ed. Please do like this video. Napakarami pa pong hindi nag-like ng ating video na nag-share, nagtatag ng kanilang friends, and of course, please do start a watch party. Okay, paki-like po ng ating video. All right, we start with question number 76. Are vocational teachers required a professional license? Is it letter A, only if they teach in the regular school? Letter B, yes. Letter C, only if they have less than 5 years of teaching experience. Or letter D, no. Okay, which one do you think is the correct choice for number 76? Okay, saan kaya yung tumpak sa number 76 natin? What do you think is the right choice for number 76? Okay, number 76, what's your answer? Okay, I see B's. I see B's in our comment box. Tumpak kaya yung B? Or genocide kaya yung mangyayari, no? Okay, letter B. Karamihang choice niyo ay letter B. May iilang ibang letter, no? May iilang D. Mayroon din namang C. Okay, again, paki-like po ng ating video. If you're watching us now, please do like this video or i-heart or whatever reaction. Wag lamang po angry. Okay, now going back to number 76, are vocational teachers required a professional license? Is it letter A, only if they teach in the regular school? Letter B, yes. Letter C, only if they have less than 5 years of teaching experience. Or letter D, no. And ang tumpak na choice dito ay letter B. Yes po, no? Required yung ating vocational teachers na magkaroon ng lisensya. Okay, let's take a look at your discussion. This is according to Article 1, Section 4 of RA 7836, Professionalization Act for Teachers. The term teacher refers to all persons engaged in teaching at the elementary and secondary levels, whether on full-time or part-time basis, in the private or public schools, including industrial arts or vocational teachers, and all other persons performing supervisory and or administrative functions in all schools in the aforesaid levels and qualified to practice teaching under this act. Therefore, vocational teachers, as stated above, are part of the scope of RA 7836 and shall therefore earn a license as a professional teacher before they can practice the teaching profession. So usually, pag wala pang license, kunwari katulad ng ating senior high school, may probationary pa lamang sila, no? May probation period sila. Usually within 5 years, dapat magkaroon na sila ng lisensya. Okay, there is also a very common question. Marami din nagtatanong sa akin, no, yung mga principals ba, no, yung mga admin ba, kailangan may let, no? Kailangan ba may lisensya? The answer is yes, no? So according here, performing supervisory and administrative functions in all schools, dapat meron ding lisensya, no? So that they can perform those functions. Okay, so for number 76, ang tumpak na choice ay letter B. Okay, letter B po ang ating tamang choice. Now we move on with number 77, RAs. This law makes some amendments to certain sections of RA 7836, such as the qualification requirements of teacher applicants, registration, and exemption. Is it letter A, RA 4670, letter B, RA 10157, letter C, RA 10533, or letter D, RA 9293? We had several items of this last weekend, no? So na-discuss natin kung anong RA ito last Sunday. Okay, because there were some provisions of this that were part of your items last Sunday. Okay, which one is your choice for 77? Ano po ang ating choice for number 77? Okay, I see these. For number 77, karamihang choice niyo ay letter D. This law makes some amendments to certain sections of RA 7836, such as the qualification requirements of teacher applicants, registration, and exemption. And the correct choice here is letter D. No? So 9293 po ito. RA 9293 is the RA that made certain amendments also to RA 7836. Okay, now what about the rest of the choices that we have here? You all know that 4670 is a Magna Carta for public school teachers. No, one common question about the Magna Carta. Tandaan nyo po, no, yung Magna Carta ninyo would only cover public school teachers. So hindi po kasama yung private, no, private school teachers natin, hindi kasama sa Magna Carta. 10157, we also discussed this last time. This is the Kindergarten Education Act, and of course 10533 is your K to 12 law. Okay, so that's the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. Okay, but our choice is letter D for number 77. We move on with number 78. When should teachers support one another as teachers? When should you be supportive of each other? Is it letter A, at all times for whatever cause? Letter B, when they dialogue with the administration? Letter C, when there is a rift among teachers? Or letter D, when the best interest of the learners is at stake in a controversy? Okay, which one is your choice for number 78? 78 na po tayo, no, letter. Okay, I see lots of letter D. Kailan ka dapat supportive sa mga kapwa mo guro? Okay, so when should you be supportive of each other? Letter D, may iilang letter A. Okay, the correct choice here, of course, is letter D, no? So we have to be supportive of each other if we are talking about our learners, no? So pag may kontrobersiya, no, may issue yung ating mga learners, yan dapat tayo or dyan dapat tayo in that instance, in that situation, we should be supportive of each other. Remember, your learners, your pupils are the major stakeholders of education. No? They are the major stakeholders of education. They're also the products of education. So letter D po. Now, some of you have answered letter A. Explain ko lang bakit hindi letter A. Sabi dito kasi sa letter A, at all times for whatever cause. Now, what if the cause no, yung kosa, yung pinaglalaban ng kapwa mo guro ay mali, no? So, kunwari gusto niya magwelga. Remember, sabi ng inyong constitution, sabi ng teaching profession mo, kailangan mo lamang or pwede kang magwelga basta hindi naapektuhan yung klase, no? Basta outside of school hours. What if gusto niyo magwelga tapos within school hours ayaw niyang magklase kasi gusto niyang mag-protest, no? Gusto niya magwelga. So hindi po pwede yung letter A kasi yung maling part dito is for whatever cause, no? So what if mali yung pinaglalaban niya, dapat ba supportive ka pa rin sa kanya, no? You should know which one is correct and which one is which one or which in which situations you should be supportive of each other. Okay, hindi din naman po pwedeng when they dialogue, no? So kahit na magkaaway kayo, pag kaaway niyo na yung admin, kailangan supportive na kayo with each other. Hindi din po pwedeng pag may nag-aaway among your teachers, you take sides. Okay, so it's always for the best interest of our learners. Letter D is tumpak. Number 79, or we still have our discussion here. According to Article 5, Section 1 of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, teachers shall at all times be imbued with the spirit of professional loyalty, mutual confidence, and faith in one another, self-sacrifice for the common good, and full cooperation with colleagues. When the best interest of the learners, the school, or the profession is at stake in any controversy, teachers shall support one another. Okay, it's always the learners are our focus. Okay, so letter D po for 78 ang ating tumpak na choice. 79, this is about your RAs again. What Republic Act punishes any person who practices the teaching profession in the Philippines without having first a license as a professional teacher? Is it RA 1006, RA 7796, RA 7836, or RA 7722? Okay, which one is tumpak? Facebook user, sabi ni Facebook user, hello ma'am, good evening, kita ba ako? Hindi po. Ayun, sabi ni Sir Dustin Agsalod, isa to sa ating mga passers no ng September 2021. Lumabas sa Prof Ed 2021 ang number 77, pero iniba lang ang question, yet parehas talaga yung context niya. Yung sagot ang naging tanong that time. Thank you, Ma'am Mex, sa pag-share nito. Malaking tulong po ito. God bless po. Maraming salamat, Sir Dustin Agsalod. Of course, he's already one of our LPTs, no? Isa sa mga pastors natin in September 2021. Now, again, if you will be taking the LET, especially this coming Sunday, balikan po lahat ng ating mga videos. Nandyan po sa YouTube channel lahat ng ating videos. Puntahan niyo po yung lahat. I-review lang po yung lahat ng ating videos. Okay, 79, I see a lot of C's. Okay, letter C. And of course, the correct choice here is letter C. You all know letter C is your Teachers Professionalization Act. Okay? So ito yung nagbigay sa atin ng Licensure Examination for Teachers, RA 7836. So ito yung tumpak, no? Dapat meron kang lisensya para tawagin kang professional teacher so that you can start teaching professionally. Okay? Now, what about the rest of our RAs here? No? But bago yan, our discussion according to Article 4, Section 27 of RA 7836, except as otherwise allowed under this Act, no person shall practice or offer to practice a teaching profession in the Philippines or be appointed as teacher to any position calling for a teaching position without having previously obtained a valid certificate of registration and a valid professional license from the commission. Okay, so kailangan talaga meron kang lisensya. Of course, prior to teaching professionally, after you pass your licensure exam for teachers, you should have done or you should have taken your oath, no? So mag-o-oath taking ka muna. Now, the rest of our RAs here, RA 1006 is National Cultural Heritage Act of 2009. Of course, 7796 and 7722 are all familiar to all of you. RA 7796 is TESDA, the one that created TESDA. And of course, RA 7722 is the one that created CHED. Okay, so Higher Education Act, siya yung gumawa ng Commission on Higher Education. No? So Higher Education Act of 1994. So magkasabay itong TESDA at yung ating CHED law, no? Yung RA natin for CHED. Okay, but again, we are looking for letter C for number 79. Now we go to number 80. Which among the following allows the teachers to practice individual accountability for professional growth and shared responsibility for the entire organization's development? Is it letter A, NCBTS, letter B, TEDP, letter C, IPPD, or letter D, the LET? Okay, so all of these choices were already part of our choices last weekend. Okay, na-discuss na rin natin itong mga choices na ito last weekend. Which one do you think is tumpak? Okay, ano kaya yung tumpak na choice for number 80? Okay, number 80, I see a lot of A's and C's. Pag malabo po yung inyong screen, hanapin niyo po yung 3 dots, no? At i-change niyo po yung video quality. Sa video quality po yan ng inyong cellphone or ng inyong video, no? So i-change niyo lamang po yung video quality. Okay. All right, so again, going back to the question that we have here, sabi ng inyong tanong, this would allow the teachers to practice individual accountability. No? So individually, you are accountable. Individually, you are checking your professional growth and your shared responsibility for the entire organization's development. Okay, so what are we looking for? Okay, so again, individual accountability for professional growth. And this is, of course, IPPD, no? Remember, IPPD, we've discussed this last time. This is Individual Plan for Professional Development. Okay, so individual plan for professional development. Sabi kasi dito, individual accountability as an individual, as an individual teacher na dapat accountable ka, dapat you gauge your growth, chine-check mo kung ilang PDs na ba, no, ilang seminars na ba, ilang trainings na ba yung inyong na-attend, no. So kung kulang ka pa ng training, kailangan mag-train ka pa, no. So that's IPPD, individual accountability. Hindi po NCBTS, hindi din po TEDP, no. NCBTS and TEDP are both connected, no? So konektado itong ating dalawa. Yung TEDP, of course, is your Teacher Education Development Program, and CBTS is National Competency-Based Teacher Standards of the Philippines. Okay? So paulit-ulit na itong tanong natin last Sunday. Meron din tayong tanong na ganito, no? So iba lang yung words na ginamit, but still, it's IPPD. LET, of course, is your licensure examination for teachers. Okay? So, IPPD po, Individual Accountability, Professional Growth, andyan lahat ng hints ninyo. IPPD is tumpak, okay? So, that's Individual Plan for Professional Development. Your NCBTS, again, is National Competency-Based Teacher Standards. And TEDP is Teacher Education and Development Program, okay? So, IPPD is what we are looking for. In number 80. Number 81, this decree is known as the Decree Professionalizing Teaching. Is it letter A, Educational Decree of 1863, letter B, Educational Decree of 1853, letter C, Presidential Decree 1006, or letter D, Presidential Decree of 1009? Okay, which one is tumpak? Facebook user, hindi po. Kailangan nyo pong mag-register dyan po sa link ng ating StreamYard. Whenever I post a link, no, for our live stream, i-click nyo po yung link for StreamYard. Sa mga first-timer natin, hello po, welcome. Again, please do like this video. Marami po pong hindi nagla-like ng ating video, no? Paki-like na po ng ating video. And of course, start a watch party. Pakitag po ng ating friends and share our video. Basahin ko lang, Ma'am Princess Nicole Simbulan. I'm here because I want to say thank you, ma'am. I passed the LET last September with the help also of your live videos. Maraming salamat po for your positive feedback. And of course, congratulations, Ma'am Princess Nicole Simbulan, LPT. Okay, so kayo na po yung susunod, no? Yung mga nagre-review ngayon, kayo na yung susunod na LPT. Facebook user, hindi po kita-kita. Wala pong name. Okay, what do you think is the correct choice? I see a lot of letter C's. Ma'am Umo, Humayda, Mastura, Gurukali. Yes, kita ka po. Okay, I see a lot of letter C's. For number 81, tumpak kaya yung letter C. Ma'am Jennifer Dakula. Yes, kita ka po. All right, so again, this decree is known as the Decree Professionalizing Teaching. We are looking for letter C, PD 1006. Okay, so PD 1006 is tumpak, and that is the correct choice for this item. Okay, now, Educational Decree of 1863, yung choice A natin, was an effort by Spain to reform the Philippine colonial education system. The decree established a complete system of education in the archipelago. It required 2 elementary schools in each municipality, one for girls and one for boys, standardized the curriculum and established normal schools, thus making systematized education available to the masses. Okay, so yung educational decree of 1863, parte pa po siya ng Spanish rule, no? Wala pong educational degree of 1853, wala pong ganito. PD 1009 mo naman was a presidential decree that created the municipality of Talayan in the province of Maguindanao. Okay, so hindi siya related sa education, but of course we are looking for letter C. Decree Professionalizing Teaching is decree or PD 1006. This was still under the a rule of the then President Ferdinand Marcos. Okay, so again, the correct choice is letter C for 81. We move on to number 82, an act providing for the establishment and maintenance of an integrated system of education. Is this BP 232, BP 262, Education Act of 1972, or Education Act of 1962? Okay, which one is the tumpak na choice? for number 82. Okay, ayan, hint pa, sabi ni Sir Dustin Agsalod, lumabas din yung number 79 last Prof Ed 2021. So again, balik-balikan niyo po lahat ng ating videos dahil halos lahat po ng items sa let ninyo ay makikita na po sa lahat ng videos natin, over 300 videos na meron tayo especially sa YouTube. And of course, join Team Piaget so that you can download our PowerPoint presentation, lahat ng explanation, mada-download po ninyo. And of course, the full-length video you can watch. Okay, letter A for number 82. Okay, we're looking for the act that provided the establishment and maintenance of an integrated system of education. And that, of course, is BP 232 na Batas Pambansa bilang 232. Okay, now, Batas Pambansa bilang 232 is also known as the Education Act of 1982. This was an act providing for the establishment, maintenance of an integrated system of education. This act shall apply to and govern both formal and non-formal systems in public and private schools in all levels of the entire education system or educational system. Now, when you say integrated system of education, meron po tayong basic education now under DepEd. Then you have TESDA for your technical vocational. Then you have CHET for higher education. No? Now, what about the rest of our VPs and Education Act here? Education Development or Educational Development Decree of 1972, that is Choice C, authorized the undertaking of educational development projects, providing for the mechanics of implementation and financing thereof and for other purposes. So your Education Decree of 1972 basically just provided money, no? So nag-provide siya ng finances, ng budget sa iba't ibang proyekto na meron sa education. Wala pong BP 262 related to education. Ganon din po yung 1962, okay? But we're looking for letter A, 82 letter A. Okay, now we move on with number 83. Okay, this is number 83. Kinat ko lang, no, dahil napakahaba ng ating choices. Any person who practices the teaching profession in the Philippines without having previously obtained a valid certificate of registration, a valid professional license, is punishable by, ano yung punishment? If you perform teaching, you are teaching pero wala kang lisensya at wala kang certificate of registration. Is it letter A, a fine of not less than 5,000 pesos, nor more than 20,000 pesos, or imprisonment of no less than 6 months, nor more than 5 years, or both, at the discretion of the court? Letter B, a fine of not less than 5,000, nor more than 20,000, or imprisonment of no less than 6 months, nor more than 2 years. Okay, so yung pinagkaiba lang ng A and B mo is the maximum number of years. Now, 5 years yung max sa letter A, 2 years yung max number of imprisonment for letter B. Letter C, a fine of not less than 20,000 pesos. Ito, mas malaki yung fine, no? Not less than 20,000, nor more than 50,000 pesos. Imprisonment of 6 months, not more than 5 years. Letter D, a fine of not less than 20,000 pesos, nor more than 50,000 pesos. Imprisonment of no less than 6 months, nor more than 2 years. Okay, so magkakaiba yung amount ng fine at number of years of imprisonment. Ano kaya? Ano kaya yung inyong choice? If you are given this question in your upcoming licensure exam for teachers, which one do you think is tumpak, no? Nakakahilo. Ma'am Ems Hondonero, yes, visible po kayo. Okay, a lot of you are saying letter D. So yung fine is from 20,000 to 50,000 and imprisonment is from 6 months to 2 years. Okay, meron din namang letter A, may letter C. Okay, so iba-iba yung inyong choice. Okay, puntahan na natin yung sagot. No? Again, this is number 83. At ang tumpak na choice dito ay letter A. Okay, so letter A po, no? Hindi masyadong mahal, no? kayang-kayang bayaran nung mga walang lisensya. 5,000 to 20,000 lamang, no? So 5,000 to 20,000, imprisonment of 6 months to 5 years. Okay? So 6 months to 5 years. Tandaan po ito, no? Pag lumabas sa inyong licensure exam for teachers, dapat alam nyo na kung ano yung tumpak na choice. From 5,000 to 20,000, from 6 months to 5 years naman yung inyong imprisonment. Okay, so letter A is tumpak for number 83. We move on with number, or before that, no, this is our explanation. Article 4, Section 28 of RA 7836, any person who practices the teaching profession in the Philippines without having previously obtained a valid certificate of registration and a valid professional license is punishable by a fine of not less than 5,000 pesos, nor more than 20,000 pesos, imprisonment of this should be not less than 6 months, nor more than 5 years, or both at the discretion of the court. Okay, so the same, yung kanyang explanation is the same sa ating choice A. Okay, so choice A was tumpak. All right, we move on with number 84. Self-evaluation allows a teacher to examine one's strengths and weaknesses. The following are forms of self-evaluation except for, is it letter A, journal, letter B, self-videotape of class performance, letter C, evaluation tool or instrument, or letter D, teacher's quality circle or peer feedback. Now, gentle reminder, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel or maybe on our Facebook page, mapuputol po yung inyong video. So again, to enjoy the full-length video and also to download our PowerPoint presentation, please to become a member of Team Piaget. Go to Facebook, no, and find our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Gurong Pinoy. Gurong Pinoy lamang po yung pangalan niya. At mag-send po kayo ng message doon, na mag-PM po kayo sa Gurong Pinoy na Facebook page. Okay, what's your answer for 84? I see D is okay, letter D is tumpak, no? So we are looking for self-evaluation. You all know what self-evaluation is. That means ikaw lamang yung nag-evaluate sa self mo. Walang ibang nag-evaluate sa'yo, walang ibang nagre-rate sa'yo, no? So ikaw lamang sa sarili mo, ini-evaluate mo kung ano naging performance mo, kung na-hit mo ba yung mga objectives mo. And we are looking for the exception, okay? So that means we are looking for the choice which is not a form of self-evaluation. A journal is a form of self-evaluation. So you write your experience. Self-videotape of your class performance, we can do this whenever we do Google Meet, no? Or sometimes Zoom meetings, especially ngayong online. Letter C, evaluation tool or instrument. Yes, we do use evaluation tools for self-rating. Mali yung letter D dahil sabi dito, teacher's quality circle, peer feedback. Remember, when you say peers, that means the people who are working with you are also giving you evaluation. So, hindi siya parte ng self-evaluation. Okay, so letter D is tumpak. Now we go to number 85. This is an act mandating and strengthening the continuing professional development program for all regulated professions, creating the Continuing Professional Development Council and appropriating funds thereof or therefore. Is it letter A, RA 10157, RA 10912, RA 10533, or RA 9293? Okay, which RA do you think is tumpak? Ano kaya ang tumpak na choice for 85? Okay, number 85, what is the right choice? Aha, kompletos ricados, A, B, C, D, ang ating choices, no? Lahat may nag-choose. But I see a lot of letter B's. Ang daming letter B's, marami ding letter D. Okay, which one is the correct choice? Okay, again, going back to 85, an act mandating and strengthening the continuing professional development program for all regulated professions, creating the Continuing Professional Development Council and appropriating funds, therefore, is RA 10912. Okay, so RA 10912 is the correct choice. Okay, so RA 10912 po yung ating hinahanap. The rest of the RA, so we have here, again, 10157, that's your Kindergarten Education Act. Your 10533 is a K-12 law, and RA 9293, we've had several items on this. These RA had placed amendments for RA 7836, and we are looking for RA 10912, the RA that strengthened the continuing professional development program for all professions. No, hindi lamang po for licensure, no, for licensure for teachers, hindi lamang siya pang teachers, it's for all practicing professionals. Okay, so RA 10912 is tumpak, no, letter B is the correct choice. Now we go to number 86. According to RA 10533, this term refers to the second stage of compulsory basic education, which is composed of 6 years. Is this letter A, kindergarten, letter B, elementary education, letter C, secondary education, or letter D, tertiary education? Okay, which one is tumpak for number 86? Okay, number 80.